there are a lot of husband and wife teams in ministry and in secular business who have to spend a lot of time and do a lot of things together. As a matter of fact, we were just out here in the front doing some television taping and some photo shoots. And it's important if you work together to respect one another, respect each other's abilities and talents. Because if you have to spend a bunch of time together, and we enjoy it, make sure you're having fun in respecting each other's talents and ability. Whatever DeeDee suggests, I got to be open to receive. And most of the times, whatever I suggest, she must do. So as a tip, especially for those of you who are in ministry, husband and wife teams, make sure you're respecting each other's abilities and talents. It takes a lot of submission in that. I need to get under what she thinks is correct for us to do, and sometimes she needs to get under submitting. The scripture says, Ephesians 5:21, submitting yourself one to another. So if you're spending a lot of time with each other and you're working together in ministry or in business, then make sure you're submitting yourselves one to another. That's the way you can get the most out of your relationship and the most out of your business efforts and ministry efforts together. This has just been another marriage tip from Mike and DeeDee. What do you do when your marriage seems to be on the rocks?
Literally.
You take a step back. Take a step back. Relax. It's not the time to get anxious or to panic. It's the time to, just relax and get in a quiet place and hear from the Lord. Sometimes you won't have to do that individually. I can recall when DeeDee would just go before the Lord by herself and seek the Lord for counsel and wisdom on how to approach
or how to handle him.
Yeah, or how to handle whatever situation that you may be faced with, because these are some very serious times and unfortunately can be deal breakers at times. Marriage is a covenant. It's a lifelong covenant. And just because it's on the rocks doesn't mean it has to be a deal breaker. So when you're having those challenging moments and areas of steps that you take seem to be a little unsure, just seek the Lord and find out what His direction would be. Get in a quiet place and just hear from God. And this is one of the marriage tips that DeeDee and I want to give you on today. This is what we have done. And if it works for us, it'll work for you. All right, we'll see you next time.
Have to. I'm neat. Cleanup skills would be good. Yeah, putting stuff back where you found it. It's so basic. Usually I just say, hey, you left that there.
Probably not as often. She cleans up after me. How's that?
It's a trade-off. There's things. She does cooking, I do cleaning. So, it's a partnership.
We clean up after each other. If it's something need to be done and you feel like doing it, you do it. If I feel like doing it, I do it. This is a give and take situation. It ain't no your thing and my thing. We're together on everything.
Oh, yeah, very much. She cleans up after me. It's a partnership. So it's give and take. And that's hard.
I just feel as though you become somebody's maid, a built-in maid.
She was not the cleaning lady. I used to take her books, pack up under the bed. She was neat. She was clean, but she wasn't about cleaning that house all the time. That was one of the things I really wanted that I had from my first wife that I tried to not enforce in on my second wife, and I did. Yes, I did clean out behind her.
I clean up. She cleans up after me. I make the mess in my house. I'm telling you the truth. You know, I'm messy, she's not.